There's no intro for these episodes yet, so let's just start. Oh, is that gonna be the intro?
That's gonna doon. Oh. Permanent coup.
Welcome everyone to the couch. This is a new format that we're gonna do. It's more laid back. We got just me and you talking today, but eventually we'll have special guests onto the couch. No, that's not dirty, but not really. Do you want to sit a bit closer, or are you good over there? No, I think you're pretty good over there. Let's move like a little bit closer this way.
You should sink into the couch a bit more.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the couch.
There are a lot of things to happen on this couch.
Yes, I have.
Nah, you sleep on it a lot.
Yeah, pretty much.
That corner over there.
Yeah, it's pretty much this one. My three blocks here. Today we'll be going through some casual stuff, just what's happening on the news and what's happening in the world. New mics.
Yeah, handhelds. I like it. Do you like my pink muff?
What?
My pink muff.
Oh. What does that mean? Today's episode sponsored by GunPod. Feed your nicotine addiction.
It's not sponsored at all. I wish it was.
Ni hao to our new overlords in China. Man, it's been a crazy week. Let's just start from the very beginning. Let's go local. Let's start with local national news. The disappearance, obviously, of a small child.
Oh yeah, near Carnarvon.
In WA. That's correct.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, obviously there'll be
international viewers.
Yeah, well, international viewers if you have any, or just guys from overseas, or East Coast even. We'll put the news article here.
No, but I'm pretty sure it's like gone national, the news.
That's it.
I mean, it's pretty huge.
Definitely went over to Brisbane. I know that.
Yeah.
Essentially, a little girl got taken from her home.
No, actually, they were actually on holiday in a tent.
Correct. From her what's it called? Temporary home. As they were camping.
Yeah.
And essentially, I don't know how long she was missing for. What, 2 days?
2-3 days, I think, until they found her. But obviously, there was a mad rush to find her.
Yeah, of course.
Well, because obviously they were at a quite a small town.
It's like a remote town, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean Carnarvon's pretty. I think they were at like a little holiday spot near Carnarvon.
Yeah, correct.
And anyway, I'll just tell the story a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
Hopefully I don't get any of the story wrong.
It's okay, we're here.
But basically, the family. I think there's a little brother as well.
Yes, correct.
So I think there's a family of 4. Mm-hmm. The mother. They actually have a 4-man tent. So they had a 4-man tent, right?
Yeah, it's a big tent.
Big tent, quite a big tent, but it's got 2 rooms in it.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so there's a zipper that.
I think they call it glamping, like glamorous camping, right?
No, I think
because the tent is not a normal tent. Like this was a
no, but like tents these days, like we never experienced camping like other people do. You know, what I mean, they have.
I've camped.
No,
I've camped a lot.
Yeah, but I'm talking about these tents are normal now to these people.
Oh yes.
Okay, so anyway, so there's a tent. It's got 2 rooms.
Yep.
Okay, and then there's like a litr foyer area, and then the room. So the mum puts Cleo to bed.
Yes.
Okay, that's cool. And then I should probably bring the article up maybe. I'm pretty sure at around 3 a.m. they find that Cleo's missing.
Correct.
Right, with her so she's gone as well as her sleeping bag.
Yep, the whole thing just.
So that's why it was suspicious, right?
Yeah.
And
because if she just got up and walked away, it's a different story.
Yeah, correct.
Because the sleeping bag would be there.
Yeah. They couldn't find the sleeping bag anywhere. Yeah. Not in the immediate radius.
Nothing.
Now people were saying that this was weird, like that she could have opened the tent, but that was not possible because supposedly the mum said that it wasn't possible to open it. Because
like a child lock?
She's 3. No, she's 3.
Yeah.
So she can't. It's quite high.
Yeah.
Like a tent, you can kind of we'd have to bend over to kind of
for an adult,
but for a 3-year-old, impossible to get up there.
Yeah, correct.
So they ruled out the fact that she wandered herself.
Yeah.
And so they started looking for her. As soon as the mum put in a missing persons, but she didn't put a missing person until later in the day.
Yeah, correct.
So there was a few conspiracies saying, Mum lost.
This is Maddie McCain all over again.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, we don't even know what happened. What are your views? Okay, we're not going to talk about that. I mean,
Crazy stuff.
Let's just we'll bring that up. We'll talk about that after this.
Of course.
So then the $1 million reward came up.
Yep. 22nd of October, if I'm not wrong, Mark McGowan issues our press conference, states there's going to be money involved, states the price, and everyone goes crazy.
Everywhere, TikTok, TikTok,
Insta,
wanted posts, missing posters.
What do you call it?
Everything.
What do you call it? Amber alerts.
Yeah, I saw posters anywhere and everywhere, but everyone's trying to find information where Cleo is. But it made it weird because obviously they're not. They're in a small country town.
Correct.
Everyone knows each other.
Correct.
And so 3 days in, there was a car that left the scene. At around the same time she disappeared.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so that's what they were chasing for. Anyway, it was looking grim.
48 hours.
Yeah, so that's grim. By that time, she would have been long gone, out of the state.
Yeah.
See you later.
A lot of, if you don't know, a lot of things with child trafficking. Obviously, when I was in Cambodia, I learned a lot about trafficking and the rules that apply to not trafficking per se, but the search for trafficking. Obviously, Cambodia, Thailand, Laos is the Golden Triangle, including Vietnam. Is the Golden Triangle for a lot of child sex slavery under the age of 13. So a lot of the kids in those villages do get kidnapped. The first 24 hours is the most crucial to gather as much information as possible. The secondary 24 hours, which is the 48 hours, is the time when they need to get almost like hands-on with the people who have taken it or like some sort of like visual proof. Past 48 hours, the percentage drops below 10%.
Yeah, at that point, is that the point where it turns into more of like homicide?
It will turn into you'll never see him again.
Right, okay.
Especially with child sex slavery, it's done.
I mean, I've watched a lot of NCIS in my time.
Yep. 48 hours is the most crucial point.
Yeah, okay.
Past 48 hours is almost impossible.
I mean, I guess that's why with this case, it was looking grim, right?
Yeah,
Everyone pretty much gave up.
Exactly right.
Not gave up, but like they lost faith in trying to find her. You know, they went back to Cleo's home.
Yep.
Looked for clues, and then there was theories that the stepdad did something.
Yep. Because they were separated, right?
Correct.
So
the mum, there was the mum
with the new boyfriend.
Yeah. So it's not the stepdad's.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah.
And so obviously there was like, oh, did the ex-husband come back and fucking yoink this kid?
Yeah.
Or there were tons of conspiracy theories like a whole Maddie McCain thing. Like, did the mum and dad get rid of them? Was there an insurance policy? All that kind of stuff.
Wait. Do you think there's no news? There's no concrete evidence that
no zero. This is all speculation.
But do you think that she took Madeline McCain's parents took her and sold her off?
There's so much information, but there's zero evidence.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense to the guys out there, but there's so much information, zero evidence. Like there's nothing.
Nothing links up.
There's no concrete like Maddie McCain was here at this time, and then past that it's done. And so I think that goes in the category of like unsolved mysteries, like who killed Princess Diana, who took Maddie McCain, where did Malaysia flight 837 go? There's so many of these things that I'm so curious about. But anyway, back to Chloe.
So
Chloe?
Cleo? It's Cleo.
It's Cleo. I keep pronouncing it wrong. I'm so sorry, guys.
You're saying it. You always get names wrong, though. You always get names wrong.
Because I keep seeing a H in it. So Chloe.
Yeah. Well, it is. Yeah. And so 3 days into the investigation.
Yeah,
correct. I only read a bit about this part, but supposedly someone in the neighborhood in Carnarvon, in the small town.
Yep.
Put in a report saying that they've seen their neighbor be sus. Right?
It was a tip-off.
Yeah, it was a tip-off. How they went and got nappies.
Yep.
But they don't have a kid.
Yeah, correct. This man named Kelly, the guy who was eventually arrested for the kidnapping and abduction, Terry Kelly. You never trust a guy with two first names, ever.
Kelly.
You never trust a guy with two first names. You know what I'm saying? John, like that doesn't do like that. You know what I mean? That's the worst example I can give, but like Terry Kelly. Anyway, he was wandering around, apparently Woolworths, picking up diapers, child supplies, infant like formula.
Yeah.
And people were like, hey man, You don't have a kid. This is mighty sus. And then, not like, apparently, according to this news article, they had seen this hours prior. So they sat on this information for a while. It wasn't
Well,
like,
I guess
it
police-
wasn't like, you know what I mean? Like, you
Yeah,
see the
but
guy like,
police-
oh, hey, Kelly, man, what are you doing in the diaper
But
section?
think about this. Police can't just FBI open up. They can't just do that.
Yeah.
So they have to obviously get evidence.
I'm talking about the information wasn't given
the tip off. The tip off wasn't
until
given
like,
to the police.
until that
Yeah,
evening.
okay.
Whereas this guy was spotted at 11 a.m.
Yeah,
apparently around that time.
Gotcha.
And no one had given it in. As if this guy sat home and you were like, hey, Kelly, how's it going, man? Good to see you, man. Oh, no. Yeah, no, the formula's down there. Yeah. All right, man. Have a good day. And then, like, you go home, finishes your shift, and then, like, 4 p.m., he's like, what the fuck? Wait a minute. That guy doesn't have a kid. What the fuck? And he's like, brrr. Hello, FBI, open up. Like, and that information wasn't given until, like, hours later.
Right.
And if I can put the clip in here, I'm going to put the clip in here
Yeah.
of the other Aboriginal gentleman that was interviewed. And he was like, He was part of the, like, one of the guys that kind of was like, oh, yeah, he was a little bit sus because we saw him shopping and he was shopping for kids stuff.
It sounded like I don't want to be snitched, to be honest.
Yeah, but I all respect to him, right? And he was just like, yeah, he don't think he has a kid. So, and then the journalist is trying as hard as he can to articulate. He's like, and so in your purview, did you realize upon seeing this factual evidence that maybe this man wasn't acting the correctly as, and the guy's like, yeah, no, he didn't look really right. And like, he was just trying to be chill with it. And the report is a crazy interview. Anyway, it turns out that Chloe's abductor and Chloe were literally like within 1 kilometer or 500 meters of a police station where they started the manhunt. 1 kilometer from a shopping center and like a few hundred meters from where everyone was.
From her house.
And it was like something like 3 or 4 blocks down.
Yeah, crazy. It's like, because the police were saying they were looking for, it was like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Yeah.
Really, she was right there.
Yeah.
But she was found safe.
Correct.
Locked in a room.
Correct.
And she was just playing with toys, supposedly.
Okay, I have some crazy... I have some crazy information, and I don't know whether I can trust this or not, right?
Well, what side is it from?
It's from the Daily Mail.
God.
And this is, it's
Daily Mail's the
I
worst.
don't trust nobody anymore because there's too much information. Anyway, there's pictures here. I'm going to show phone in a second. This is the first time you've seen it, right?
I think I've seen these. Of the social media of the guy?
Yeah.
And how he's got like toys and stuff.
Yeah.
I saw it. I've seen it. Whack stuff.
This guy, right? I
Whack
will put the
stuff.
picture up now. This guy has like a ton of boxed brat dolls. Brats.
Yeah,
I don't know if your kids remember
yeah.
that. I don't know if kids now like...
My sister used to be their bats.
Right, when I was a kid, they just come out Bratz dolls. They were like these like edgy, punky, like like cool, like not Barbie dolls. This motherfucker has like a room full of them. Right? Look at this.
Look at
this.
Yeah, that's fucked.
And they're boxed. They're not like out in the open for people to play with. They're boxed.
Well, the thing is, right, he's had multiple social... Okay, this is what I've read on Facebook.
Yeah, correct.
He's had multiple social media accounts. He's made a social media account for his fake family.
Yeah.
He's got a fake daughter.
Yeah.
And also, one of the fake family members' Facebook supposedly was following Cleo's mum.
Oh no.
On Facebook.
Oh, that's so scary.
Yeah, but this is all.
So is that premeditation?
Well, there's no solid. The police, they're still investigating this. Obviously,
Yeah.
This is all from Facebook sleuths. Obviously, everyone can go on Facebook and find info.
Correct.
But that's what I read online, and it's crazy because 100% he would have been premeditated. He would have been stalking them.
A room full of Bratz dolls and boasted of his collection online.
Damn.
This is. I don't know if you watched the Simpsons episode where they go to Smithers' house and he's got all those dolls. This is exactly that guy, but he's not.
Smithers is sus though. I don't know.
Yeah, but he's not Smithers. He's not lovable Smithers taking care of Mr. Burns. This guy, this is like kidnapping, disgusting piece of like animal. And there's some crazy charges laid against Kelly. This is pure hearsay because I haven't looked it up online. I've heard, along with the kidnapping charges and abduction of a minor under 16, they've added sexual assault charges.
But okay.
Because apparently DNA was found from him
in
her sexual regions.
Oh, okay.
This is just hearsay. I'm going to research it to make sure. But if it's right,
yuck.
death. Death to him.
Yeah, that's disgusting. Wow. You wouldn't hear about it in the 21st century, but
Crazy. Well, to be honest, you wouldn't hear about it in Australia.
well, Australia.
You go back to Bali, you go back to
Asia.
countries where we're from. This is like,
Hey man, I'm Aussie.
yeah, you say what you want. I'm not denying my heritage. You know, in Asian countries, African countries, Europe countries, all these
Yeah, it
guys that you
happens all the
see
time. Yeah,
taken.
it's crazy.
It's one in millions of kids. Like, and I'm so glad that they're found. And obviously, there was another. As soon as Cleo was found, there was good news. Then obviously, as social media goes on, there was like, Cleo is one in millions that have been found. Don't forget the other children, and then like posters on.
Oh, now they've everyone's forgotten.
Yeah, gone. It's like, what made Cleo so special is still confounding to me.
Well, I guess she's because she's an Aussie. Happened in our backyard, I guess. But that's just how, like, you know what I mean? That's why people related to it.
It's a crazy thing.
Well,
Right?
that's the human nature, I guess.
It really
right?
is. It really is. There's so many kids getting kidnapped. And
how's Channel 7?
oh, okay. So here's the
Channel
other
7
one. Right?
Brisbane.
So we're chilling. Rah, rah, rah. Clear's been found. It's within like 8 hours of her being found. She gets, you know, the footage released. She's in the cop's arms. The guy's checking out. It's funny. It's actually a child psychologist checking the girl. There's a video. The video.
Right. Okay, yeah.
The guy looking at her eyes and looking at her is actually a child psychologist.
Okay.
So Brisbane Channel 7 has the audacity to just start letting names fly.
Oh, yeah.
This is the guy.
Yeah, just fully wrong guy. Just fully wrong guy. Just the wrong person has been accused. Police haven't released anything. This is the issue. They didn't fact check anything. They just shoot. And you know what? I'm sorry to say, but it was it was another Aboriginal person that they accused.
Just the most.
How can you get?
How do you call it? It's the most like. What do you call it? Like they just targeted another Aboriginal guy. Didn't give a fuck. What's his name? So the actual kidnapper's name is Terry Kelly. So they give Terry Stokes. Terry Stokes is the guy that got.
There is photos and everything of him.
Yeah,
right?
correct. And they've gone to him and been like, "Oh yeah, this is the guy." And
Imagine getting doxed by news.
so this guy is chilling at home with his wife. He says it. There's like the DVD. He's like, "Oh yeah, I was watching the TV online, the TV, and all of a sudden my name comes up, and he was like, what?" And then his wife's like messages him and is like, "Oh, your name came up as the doctor," and they were like scrambling to do what's going on, and so obviously Channel 7's
Well, he can sue for defamation, eh?
he's already suing.
Okay.
He's suing.
Yeah, I'd sue him at the wazoo.
These were removed promptly, but 7 News apologized for the error.
Yeah, okay. Maybe learn to fucking fact check, eh?
Ba-bow. He's already gone to court, defamation. This guy's going hard. This dude, Terrence Darrell Kelly, no, that is the guy. Sorry, Terry Kelly is the guy, sorry. This guy who was wrongfully accused is going up and like just ripping them apart. So Channel 7 is probably going to pay like millions of dollars to this guy. And everyone, it was like 800 likes.
Crazy story. That's a crazy story. But yeah, fuck, that recently happened. So
we're very happy that the child is found, and also we want to tell all you guys are listening. You know, if you have younger siblings and stuff,
this shit happens.
Check on your kids, check on your
be careful
on your
on holidays and shit.
Yeah,
well.
definitely, 100%. You got to be eyes on at all times. And I mean, you know, there's nothing. I guess there's nothing they could do to prevent that. They're in the tent, kind of thing. This guy literally went on his own, but like obviously be aware. You know, keep your head on a swivel, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Come a bit closer for me. You're really in the corner.
Okay.
Bring your vape over here. We got some.
Is it still recording?
Yeah, it looks like it is.
Our episode with Sil is going to be audio only.
Yes.
That's
going to be good. Back to the podcast.
Someone forgot to record. What's it mean?
We've got a really big one to talk about now, and it's closer to our hearts.
Are we going to talk about Astroworld?
We're going to talk about it because we're all in the events industry. You know, we especially big Mr. Humble over here. Stories, events, all that kind of stuff. But you know,
yeah, I mean, I've worked with a lot of festivals and I've seen a lot of shit. So let's just go through what happened. I guess
Origin
first.
And stuff like that. So let's bring up this real quick. Astroworld. Let's bring up what's going on. So America's crazy. First of all, Travis Scott has is right now the world's leading rap artist. Both on Spotify and obviously in real life for concerts and stuff like that. And obviously his self-proclaimed titled album Astroworld from 2019,
Still touring it.
right, is still touring 2 years later.
No, way longer. 2 years, yeah, 2 years.
2 years, right? 19 to 21. Now, given obviously COVID had 8-9 months, so technically it's only been a year. So technically this is still the year he kind of released it per se. So November 5, 9:30 Friday night, massive amounts of people. Huge concert. Drake comes out, a little bit, I don't know, all these artists come out. And throughout the whole concert, more and more people are just getting, like, they're jumping fences, this, that, the other, and just feeling the concert.
Yeah, so at the start of the day, let's start at the start of the day. People are already trying to jump.
Yep.
Because obviously tickets sold out.
Yep.
This always happens.
Astroworld's huge.
This always happens with Travis Scott's stuff, right? So that he sells out.
I want to hit that straight up right there, but keep going.
It's too far away.
Yeah.
He it's yeah, so there's always pandemonium with his stuff every time whenever he releases something. And he's had that to his record already, right?
Yeah, he incites a lot of people to go.
Yeah.
He's like I said,
I mean,
that's why
social media, like he kills it in that regard.
But that's why I say in the very beginning of this, he's a massive artist because he generates so many artists in that festival. It's like a mini festival. Continue.
Yeah. And so the start of the day, they've already set themselves up for
Massive failure.
yeah. Anyway, all the supporting artists go on.
There's a lot of artists, right?
He's an artist. I don't know who the lineup is at the moment. But anyway, for example, okay, so I read from a report, Don Toliver's playing, right? He plays pretty early, right?
Correct.
And one of the punters said, I couldn't move around while Don Toliver was playing.
Yeah.
That's when you know something's gone like wrong, right? That's when you know capacities are just out of the wazoo.
Holy shit. All right, listen to this real quick. Travis Scott, Bad Bunny, Scissor. Is that how you call it? Scissor. Don Toliver, Earth, Wind and Fire.
What is that?
From the guys who sing September. Do you remember? Like literally those guys. I don't know how they put on there. Lil Baby, Tame Impala, Young Thuggy, 21 Savage, my personal favorite, Sheck West, Baby King, Roddy Ricch, Bia, because there's a whole lot of money in this motherfucker, Chief Keef, Soy Fuego, Metro Boomin, Master P, Tori Waimoy, all these other guys, right? All these artists that are pretty much quite big in and around Travis Scott and the rap scene right now. So this massive festival starts at 12? And, true to Furman's report, these guys are saying Don Toliver, there were people already, such a mass crowd that people couldn't breathe or people couldn't actually move in that area at that time. Now, why is that so weird?
Because it's so early in the day, right?
Yeah. So imagine going to like Origin or something for us guys here in Perth, like Origin or like Seasons, and bloody
walking in, it's already at capacity.
What DJ? Okay, I'm not going to throw any DJ. It's me. I'm playing it at fucking 1 to 2 a.m.,
it's you.
1 to 2 p.m., and you can't move. Like you physically can't go to the toilet. You can't go get a drink. It's me playing. All right? Crazy. Like it's packed. People are running in this packed. Everyone's crying. Everyone's dying. Like everyone's struggling.
Well, okay, not at that point. At that point,
sorry.
It's getting pretty uncomfortable.
Yep.
Right. So everyone's like, "Oh, red flags, red flags. This is a bit weird."
Correct.
Right? And so the day goes on and on, yeah, it's not doing too well. Anyway, Travis Scott comes on, and he starts performing.
Correct.
Right, and at this point, everyone tries to get to the front.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to be at the front because
Yep.
obviously it's a pretty big stage.
Correct.
But it's also a very big area.
Yeah, correct.
So that people want to see Travis Scott with their own eyes, and so that's when shit goes wrong because everyone's trying to get to the front, and people are getting trampled on. They're getting stepped on.
So this is around 6 p.m. So eyewitness report saying Madeline Eskins, an ICU nurse who was at the festival, said the situation escalated as the countdown clock neared the moment when Scott would appear. Scott being Travis
So
Scott.
that was already. And then supposedly when Drake came on, game over. That was it. Like everyone was going wild.
Yep.
And I've heard from a few people as well, and a few people who have been to like Rolling Loud and stuff.
Yeah.
How these mosh pits work is you're in this crowd. Once you're in this crowd, you're in a sea of people.
Yep.
Your legs, your feet don't even touch the ground.
Apparently.
You're just like
held up by
and it's like a
mass of
wave.
people.
It's like a wave of people, right?
Yeah.
And so if you don't have the body mass to deal with that,
That's crazy.
you're done.
Or not even body mass. If you have health problems that suffer from claustrophobia, asthma, allergies,
How are you gonna get out of there?
Yep.
How are you gonna get that? It's
That's
crazy. And so there was also a time, I think during his set, there was people screaming out, "Stop the set! Stop the set! Help us!"
There is some harrowing footage of women, guys, girls screaming, "Help us! Help us!" While Travis Scott's like, "Straight up!" Like it looks really bad, and I've seen a lot of TikToks.
It's been hot on TikTok, eh?
It is scary because you see what he's doing, but
it doesn't match up. Yeah.
The audio and obviously you can't say that he can't hear, and you can't say you can hear because you're not there.
You don't know. Yeah, correct.
Right?
Correct.
Because every film crew has a mic and or audio recording around it, and there are mics around the stage, right? So what mic? Like if I'm Travis Scott, if there's a mic where Furman is, I may necessarily not hear that audio, but that audio might pick up like, "Help me! Oh my God, help me!"
Yeah,
that's exactly what's going on.
Well, from his perspective, I'm envisioning that he's seeing a crowd of people.
Correct.
Right? Because it's a huge stage.
Massive.
Thousands of people.
Correct.
Right? And he...
More than 50,000.
there's a lot going on. Obviously, he's got adrenaline rushing through his body. He's performing. Right?
Yep. He's got people in his ear.
Yeah, exactly. Right? But like, even then, the people in his ear focusing on his performance.
Stage management.
Getting it done, right?
Yep. Visuals, audios.
Now... there was this TikTok of Highest in the Room.
Yeah.
You see that? And how it's like, it's like the melody part, and it's like and people like scream.
He's syncing to the audio, or he's singing to the Highest in the Room.
But you can hear the people
screaming. Yeah.
That's fucked.
That's some demonic shit. I felt some very crazy vibes. I also want to point out to Tarkin. Tarkin, I hope you're listening. He shares this video, Tarky, but where Travis Scott does stop the concert about 3 to 4 times. And this is what the media hasn't shown so far. Some of them have, some of them haven't. He does stop it. And that's when he's synchronizing with the Highest in the Room. He's like, hey guys, we need to get someone there. Error move. Ooh,
now, right.
And he's doing that. Like,
that was perfect. Now, the question is, should he have just stopped it?
All right. Here's 4 or 5 contexts that I want to bring into this conversation. I'm not trying to justify this. 8 people dead is 8 people too many.
I mean, we've got to think about it from his perspective as well, right?
Right. We run events. We've run events, but we've never run an event on that scale. Not me, Furman, definitely. Number 1, security. Right? So we'll go through the list and then we'll go through it. Number 1, security. Number 2, gate crashes. Number 3, paramedics, emergency services. Number 4, spacing and event organizing. And obviously,
I want to talk about that as well.
And then number 5, responsibility. Whose responsibility? So what the question was?
Let's go
what did you ask me originally?
Well, we're not going to go through those 5 points?
Yeah. Well,
okay.
I was going to, let's address the question, then we'll go through the 5 points.
Okay. Who should he have stopped it?
Yes.
Okay. I feel like he didn't get the communication he needed, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So that goes into communication and go why he didn't stop it.
Security, stage manager.
There's a lot of things that go through before it gets to Travis.
He's the last person that needs to know about these things. That's the thing, right?
Literally.
He's the performer.
Correct.
He's there to perform.
Correct.
He's not like he needs to be updated on these kind of things, right?
Correct. But he's also liable.
Of course. Well, of course.
Right. So there should be a team and a point of contact for all situations where they should be alerted. They solve it, then it goes to Travis. So first of all, crazy. 8 people dead, multiple injured, life-threatening injuries. Security. Who organizes security? Let's put it into context. In your responsibility here, when you go to Origin, who does security?
Promoters. So
you hire promoters?
Yeah, so for example, Live Nation. So I've actually looked into this.
Yep.
Cactus Jack Records. There's a whole lot of, someone's already actually sued.
Yeah,
so I saw the defendant list. Cactus Jack and Live Nation. So Live Nation was the big promoter who brought the show. They should have organized. Well, there was 228 security guards on duty, plus about 100 Houston PD officers to help them. Right.
So 100,
228 and 100 police.
So 400.
So let's say like 400 security. Yeah, that still wasn't enough.
That's crazy.
And the way I feel like I don't like. I feel like they should have had more health, like services on there.
So like first aid,
ambulances. I feel like security can do so much.
Correct.
Right? Like, what are they going to do? Like, if a person's already dying, they need to get them to hospital ASAP.
Correct.
It's going to be difficult to get them out of that crowd, that mosh pit.
That's security's job. Security's job is to make sure that there's split into sections, as you would know.
Yeah, so
sectioned out.
Actually, that's what I want to bring up as well. The way the mosh pit works is there's quadrants.
Correct.
Right? So once one quadrant fills up, they cut that area off.
Correct.
And they don't they don't let anyone come in. They let people out, but they don't let anyone come in. I think they didn't do that portion correctly, because I feel like those areas were just full.
Yeah, they were smashed.
They couldn't deal with it. People were trying to jump over the crowd barriers to get out of the things people were pushing.
Yep.
And I feel like this would have been avoidable if they maybe delayed Travis Scott a little, right? Got on the mic and said, "Hey guys, for your safety, let's spread out a little." Yeah. Get security, the 200 security, to be like, "Hey, like, let's pull people out of the pens.
We won't continue this show unless you guys
exactly. Give them an ultimatum. Like, that's just for safety." And I'm sure now there's going to be processes in place. A little too late, but now there's going to be processes in place where they do that. And I'm pretty sure that's like a standard procedure. You know what I mean?
There's a TikTok that says that they talk to a kid. This is probably the most viral one, where he's standing on the ladder next to the cameraman and he's yelling out, "Fuck that! I've got to save these people." And he's like, and that kid actually does an after edit, and he's talking in his car, and he's saying he's pulling people into. He jumped into VIP himself, so he himself is just a general missions kid. He jumps in the VIP because he sees what's going on. He's like, "Fuck, this is crazy," and he says on the TikTok, he's dragging people from the general missions into the VIP area because it's so hectic. And there's a lady in the VIP apparently that's like, "What the fuck are you dragging people in here? We paid this money. This is our VIP section." And he turns around, he's like, "Madam, people are literally dying." And she's like, "I don't care. Get the fuck out. This is my VIP."
See, there's going to be that, like, when you're not affected by it, you want to see the show.
Correct.
But
I don't know if that's true. I've seen the TikTok, and I'm sure
there's going to be people who think about that, think in that mindset.
But can you imagine being in VIP, watching this happen, and then like, that's crazy. That's physically crazy. Anyway, so correct, Furman. The whole portion thing in the whole area, there should be a designated group of security guards that keep a number of that split off.
They need to use the pen system more wisely and treat them like cows. Like, you know what I mean? Like, literally like cows. Because I feel like there was a breach. That was far away from the stage.
So many,
and that's when everyone started to push forward.
So this is
that's what's deadly about it. The issue is there was too many people in such a close space.
This is the other big thing, and I really want to give a shout out here. Gate crashes are the sole reason I don't go to festivals. Like, literally the sole reason. Because I'm sick and tired. This is in Perth, right? All the way from Stereosonic, all the way to
Listen Out,
Creamfields, all that shit that I've been to. Watching idiots that jump the fence to get a free show.
The thing is, right?
You are now also, and this isn't me saying this, you are also part to blame all those 8 people dying.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I know for a fact, after watching so much footage,
thousands of people
crashing into that
concert
and pushing against people.
Well, the thing is,
also have a hand.
That's how they went over capacity as well. Like, you know what I mean? And
Correct.
You know what? Gate crashes, right? People used to jump fences because they were underage.
Yeah, correct.
Right?
This is all ages.
But now people jump fences because they just want a free ticket.
Wasn't this an all ages event? There was a 14-year-old kid that
I'm talking about in general. In general, festivals in general.
Yeah. Correct.
People just do it because they want a free ticket. They're not because, they're young and they want it.
Yeah, literally.
It's fucked. Like,
either way, I don't condone
of course
gate jumping. And and this is the thing, right? There needs to be blame shifted upon those people, because people who jump that fence have a part, 100% have a part in playing for those people to die, because you didn't buy a ticket, you don't deserve to be there, but there you are pushing against people that have paid for the tickets, making them uncomfortable and ultimately crushing people.
All right, I wanted to play the statement that Travis Scott did on his Insta.
I love this. This is so cool. Let's do this.
I just want to send out prayers to the ones that was lost last night. We're actually working right now to identify the families so we can help assist them through this tough time. You know, my fans really mean the world to me, and I always just really want to leave them with
He looks distraught, doesn't he?
He looks distressed.
Anytime
Touching
I
his
can make
head.
out, anything that's going on, I stop the show and, help them get the help they need, I could just never imagine the severity of the situation.
Because previous to this,
We're working closely.
no one's died from his concerts.
Yeah,
People got
correct,
hired.
correct,
Working
correct.
closely with everyone.
People
to just
OD,
try to
people
get
would, like,
out of
gone
this
ICU.
City, Houston, HPD, fire department, everyone to, help us figure this out. So if you have any information, please just contact your local authorities. Everybody continue to just keep your prayers. I mean, I'm honestly just devastated, and I could never imagine anything like this just happening. And I'm gonna do everything I can to keep you guys updated and just keep you guys informed on what's
ABC.
going on.
Crazy.
Love you all.
Yeah.
He's very distraught in this video, and obviously there's a lot of people saying that it's like a fake video, like he's touching his head because he's trying to read the script and all this kind of
That
stuff.
signs, but as a psych major, that's
multiple,
signs of
there's multiple signs, right?
yeah.
He's distressed, he's
Yeah,
stressed,
yeah.
he doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And yes, he may be reading from a script, but why wouldn't he? Because if I'm part of Travis Scott's team, I'd be like, we need to get a statement out now.
Yeah.
We need to do whether it is genuine or not, that's on your own interpretation, right? You can't tell whether it's genuine or not. I can't, but I can definitely tell you signs of things like this, and he does look distressed.
Yeah, so one of the lawsuits that's just come out is from a man who is suing these defendants.
Yeah.
So part of the case they're building is that Travis Scott in his previous shows has incited riots,
Massive
mosh
riots.
pits and stuff like that. So that's going to be
Energy.
huge evidence in the case.
Yep.
Whether Travis Scott now will be more tame during his shows, but you know what? Some will say that that's what makes his show special.
Yeah,
special, right?
all the energy that he
The
brings.
energy, right? But with the energy brings, risks.
And this is the thing, right? In those TikToks, there's a lot of like people saying there's a demonic energy that this guy was like, the stage was an inverted cross that led to the mouth of hell, and there was like this big
Really?
thing. Like, have you seen it?
No, I
You
haven't.
see the stage? It's literally an inverted cross into the mouth, and there was like
I would
hell.
actually watch a performance of this. I haven't
Correct.
watched it.
When you see, I'll point it out to you. And then the opening scene is a dove that's on fire that rises from the ashes on fire. Now, a dove is usually kept as a piece, as a moment of peace, as a symbol of peace. But on fire, you can as a phoenix from hell. You can tell them in many ways, like a phoenix with a rebirth. You can as a demonic signature, as anything, right? And then people are starting to say that it was just demonic. They felt this energy. He was like this, that, the other.
Yeah.
There's all these TikToks that are he's singing while watching people die. He's like, this is the sacrifice he needs and all that kind of stuff. And you're like,
Crazy.
all right, man. Like, if you really want to read into that, like, I better not catch you like listening to Travis Scott on your Spotify, because if I see you on your Spotify,
Look,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, this is the kind of thing we're gonna closely follow how he deals with this
100%.
in terms of how he reacts to his future shows, how he sets all that up,
100%.
how he's going to deal with taking care of all the families.
Yep. There is a report saying he's paying for the funerals.
I mean, that's the least you can do, obviously. Yeah,
Don't know how true that is. There has been reports saying that he's going to be paying for the funerals of the 8 people and looking after their family.
we'll definitely be picking this one up again.
Yep.
But I think Travis Scott's got the brand to be able to recover from the tragedy, obviously.
100%.
And I think he'll do pretty well in terms of this will probably blow over soon enough.
Mm-hmm.
But it'd be interesting to see how he deals with it.
We definitely from obviously there. Obviously, we're moving on to the events, like with the segue into event management now. His team will have to work so hard to ensure that the next show, right? Because now they're liable, right? We went from security, now we're talking about event management. People on his team that do the stage management, that do the crowd control, all that kind of stuff, will now have to include in their
Risk management
and insurance, especially in America, because in America everyone sues everyone for anything, right?
Yeah.
It's like fucking I'll sue you for this, you sue me for that. So now they're gonna have to make the next festivals and stuff. Event management teams are gonna be so
strict.
Yeah, there's going to be written in the contract, right? There's going to be like, this is how many people, this is how many people, because they're going to be liable. Not only is Travis liable, the company's liable,
Everything,
like you said, like Live Nation and Cactus Jack.
Live Nation are huge. They're huge. They run concerts worldwide.
I think
they've dealt with thousands more people.
Yeah, and I think it's very unfair to blame Travis solely. But Travis definitely has liability.
The thing is with Travis, his brand is very close to his heart.
Yeah, correct.
Right, so he will take this on board.
I hope so.
Yeah,
I
think he will. I think he will.
He's speculation. He's us and Travis are really close.
I'll call him. I'll call him and say. But I feel like he's going to really be involved in fixing this matter up.
We hope so. This is a big wake up call to the industry as well. You know, a lot of people like on my Facebook, especially, I've seen a lot of the guys that are involved in events kind of link the status and all that kind of stuff, and link the news article and say, "This is crazy." Like, this is why we need these kind of structures in place to avoid these kind of situations. Lots of people are putting on Facebook, you know, other bands that have taken the precaution to stop the show. For example, Linkin Park.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
Mac Miller. Machine Gun Kelly. There's all these other rappers. I just saw one coming here today. This is the crazy one. It's Lil Pump. Lil Pump at his concert. And he's about to do something called Cold. He's like a really pumped up song. Ice on my neck, cold. And he sees someone pass out. He's like, whoa. He stops the music. He's like, yo. Someone's literally passed out there. Stop the music. And he jumps down and he gets everyone to spread out. He's like, bring him here. Gets down. The paramedics get to him in the front of the stage. Like, this is dead on the front of the stage at the very bottom.
Yeah.
He comes back up and he's like, I just had to deal with this guy a hot minute. Like, he's okay. He's just passed out. He's going to be all right. And then he gets on the mic, right? As he's saying it, he's like, yo, listen up. Everyone that's doing drugs or whatever drugs they're doing right now, I want you to drink water. All right? I'm dead ass, bro. Right? So what? Like, drink water. Because whatever happens, drinking water will help you. I don't know how medically sound that is, but he's like, you know.
I think it is.
Right? I don't know how medically sound it is, because I'm not going to put my name on it, but he's like.
I've never done drugs in my life, so I don't know.
He's like, are we going to pass out water after this song? And the top comment with like 14,000 like was, how crazy is the day that Lil Pump has more sense than Travis Scott? And I just went,
jeez.
Straight up.
Yeah, yikes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then there's all these like, you know, Foo Fighters, all this kind of stuff where they stop the show, where clients or customers.
There's plenty of examples out there.
Yeah, that are in trouble and they stopped it.
Contests have been running for, years. So this is a real wake-up call.
And everyone's like, why is Travis not doing it? And then there's obviously footage from, thank you again.
Because if anyone's watched the Travis Scott documentary on Netflix,
yeah,
because he's been arrested once for inciting a riot at one of his shows.
He's so much energy in those shows.
It's crazy, but yeah. And then another thing, we're going to have to move on to topics quickly after this, but there's also reports of someone having a syringe.
Yes.
And
injecting people
with
hallucinogenics.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. No, I don't know what it was. We don't know what it was.
So the report that I read about this conversation was that he I had a syringe full, and wasn't just one. Apparently, it was 4 to 5 multiple.
Because the policeman got stabbed with one.
Yeah, correct. So they actually got this guy, and what he was stabbing people with was a mix of hallucinogenics and, like, for a better word, I'm going to use this word. I don't know if it is meth.
That's fucking.
So it's pretty much
so
when he goes
bro.
into your system, you just like start. And you just go mad. And because the energy around you is Travis Scott going, we're going to party. And, you know, that whole fucking him with the adrenaline. You're surrounded by these people. You're insane. They're insane. He's insane. He's inviting you to be insane. So you just go insane. and you with substances don't help. And apparently, like 16, 18 people got like GBD jabbed, and they just went crazy.
How fucked is that?
I hope. I don't like this. There's more research to be done. But I really hope that person wasn't directly involved in in a person dying of those 8.
Yeah.
Like I hope when the talk screen comes back of those 8 people, there's none of that substance in, because that's fucking scary.
It is scary.
You're fucking traveling Travis Scott. You're like, oh, my favorite artist, and then somebody just GB jabs you with a needle, and all of a sudden you're fucking zombie mode in fucking Astroworld. It's sicko mode, but like actually sicko mode.
Yep. All right.
That's crazy. So again, big shout outs to the guys, that kept each other safe, and shout out to the guys that really helped out humanity. Prayers up to the guys that did pass away. That's fucking crazy. 14-year-old boy, 36-year-old guy.
Such a wide range of people.
It's crazy. Unbelievable.
Yeah. All right. I want to move on to the last topic.
Crazy. Let's do it.
So, ABC News. Nurse who allegedly faked giving teenager COVID vaccine at Perth clinic charged with fraud.
Oh, yeah.
So, this nurse, right, works at...
Holy shit.
Works at a local medical center, private medical center,
Yeah,
right?
correct. The ones that are doing vaccines.
Yeah, the ones that are doing that vaccine. Now, a handful of people, like 25 people, have been asking to get the vaccine there, but only asking for her name, right? So they only want to get the vaccine through her.
Okay. Already a red flag.
Yeah, right? So they were like, okay. And so the clinic's owner decided to watch one of the one of the clients getting the vaccine by her, right?
Yeah.
So this is how weird, right? She was allegedly observed filling a syringe with a vaccine.
Yeah.
All good. Inserting it into the boy's arm, but not depressing it.
Huh? So just plug the syringe in and not squeeze the...
The clinic said they immediately contacted police after she allegedly removed the needle and disposed of it with the vaccine still inside.
Whoa.
Claiming she had administered it. So this lady out here is full anti-vaxxer, right? Because obviously that's what she's thinking, right?
Is it?
Think about it. Why else would she be doing that? Right? And she's got this whole group of people, right, coming to her and be like, hey, do you want a vaccine? But don't want the vaccine because you're an anti-vaxxer. I'll hook you up and I'll put your records in there.
Yeah, so that you have been vaxxed.
Yep. Just come say my name at the door and I'll get it sorted,
What in the club humble is going on here?
They say the nurse's actions were premeditated. He was also told the court.
It's a he. It's a he.
It's a she. It's a she.
Damn.
So the prosecutor,
yeah,
heard that the father of the teenager later returned to the clinic, complaining his son had developed adverse symptoms from the vaccine to dissuade suspicions. So they're all in it together. So hang on. So to make it believable,
So let me get this right. Let me talk to you. Hey, how's it going? Jab me up? But don't jab me up? Jab me up. Thanks. Goes home. Dad's like, shit, we should make a complaint saying that you have some crazy side effects.
Yeah,
so
because
they think you got the...
Yeah.
So that they think you got the COVID jab.
Yeah, correct. So for the bad press. That's what happened. I don't know if they knew that she'd been caught by then or if it was just like a stupid, like, dumb thing to do.
Just don't get your kid vaxxed. You don't want to get vaxxed. Your body, your choice. That's okay.
But the thing is, they want these documents. You
don't get the documents if you don't play the... Like, what the fuck is this?
How fucked is it? This is in Perth, by the way.
Whereabouts is it? Because I went to a private clinic. Can you just... Because this is the clinic. Someone's going to die.
Vic Park. You're safe. I've got a name here. Christina Hartman Benz, 51.
That's the nurse?
Yeah.
Jesus. It's crazy that medical professionals are willing to play these sort of stupid games.
Because she must be fucking one of those anti-vax fucking like...
Then don't work and you just go home. Retire.
Washed.
You might 51,
Help the
go home.
cause.
You got 20 more years to live your life. Live it out. Like 19 more years. Live your life. 25 people.
That is
25
unbelievable. But no, but the thing is, these people would have went to her because they were active vaxxers themselves.
to obtain an illegally pressed document saying they got the vaccine without getting the vaccine.
But I wonder if she did it for everyone. Like,
Yeah, anyway, like it doesn't matter who asked.
yeah,
She was like,
'cause
well,
she would have been
enjoy.
like, I'm against giving everyone the vax. So I'm not
I'm not gonna lie. When I got my vaccine, I watched the girl. I was like this, like I was like, press that shit. Press that. Well, I watched it all the way down, and I was like, good.
Give me the syringe afterwards.
Yeah,
I'll
literally.
lick it.
I'll do heroin. That's
What are your thoughts on
isn't
that?
that an insane thing for you to do? That okay? It's what's really getting to me is not because she's done it; it's because of her power. She's done it on this level because she has the power to do it.
Correct.
So
That
she's
is the worst part.
abused
Yeah,
her
yeah,
power to do this.
Yeah.
Regardless on your thoughts of COVID, whether it's real or not, the death percentages, Nihama, Warhanha, all this kind of shit. A health professional is there for your health interest. If you want it, you want it. If you don't want it, don't get it. There's no need for you to do this.
Because this affects everyone, not just her. You know what I mean?
The whole clinic. The whole clinic under investigation. Now, your friends, no job. Your boss, no clinic. Your clinic, no job. Like, your vaccine, no
I
job.
just can't believe that how the father was like, yeah, we should all just go in there and say you got reactions, even though.
Oh, my son, he has bad rash, multiple moaning from his room. Like that's crazy.
So, under the strict bail conditions,
She's dead.
she's not allowed to work as a registered nurse or in any capacity to administer COVID-19 vaccines. She's also not to contact anyone who was a patient or former co-workers at the clinics where she worked. Yeah. She's got the burner phones already.
It's just like a no gag, a no gag order, pretty much. Don't
she's
talk.
got, she's got the burner phones. She's in contact with the New World Order already.
Yeah, of course.
Jeffrey,
Hillary.
But yeah, that's
in Vic Park. So anyone shout to anyone in Vic Park that went to a private medical center. If you went to go see this lady, just give us send us a DM and we'll have a chat.
Yep. I don't even know. That was
That's
my
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's I think that's all we have time for. That was a pretty fun episode.
Yeah.
We're might be doing more of these catch episodes. But
I think we should do. Yeah, well, I think we'll try to do a weekly. I think.
What a week! What a fucking week!
See, now you can actually say what a fucking week and it being.
It's always been what a year. Tell me, he's not been in 3 years. I've said it for only 3 years. All my friends know. I've only said this particular statement for the last 3 years, and the last 3 years have been fucking hectic. Fucking hectic.
Soon we'll be, well, we're already in November, so we'll be
literally.
wrapping up our
Christmas, Mariah Carey and Michael Bublé are defrosting as we speak.
You are already looking at it in your playlist.
I was going to drop it last Saturday. I want to give a shout out to the guys that listen to us and come up to us and humble and stuff. We appreciate you guys so much. We love it. Please come and say hi to us all the time and tell us what you like.
No, you've been getting
Like
user
the
recognitions lately.
It's
More than
cool.
me.
It's so cool.
I used to get selfies, this and that, whatnot.
It's so cool to hear you guys, and we're going to keep picking this back up quite regularly now. Seal's episode's coming out soon as Famous is done. We might get Michelle on it just to get that content out because that's a really cool episode for Seal.
Yeah, very cool.
This is cool as well.
Yeah, he really talks about everything, doesn't he?
Really, and Seal is, one of those guys that he's Mr. Public, but not many people know about him kind of thing, which is awesome. But for tonight, that's all we have time for. Thank you very much for tuning in. Fama, thank you so much for setting up. It was awesome.
We'll see you next week, eh?
We'll see you next week. And in the meantime, peace.